Let's maul in the Central Committee. Let's cringe in the Central Committee. Let's bog in the Central Committee right now.
Dan Bongino making lemonade, Vic Berger edit. Thank God. Of course! Look at the shirt! Why does he have a blender for lemonade? Why does he have a blender for lemonade? Why does he have a blender for lemonade? Gotta love the socialist tear shirt. Aren't these the same people who get offended if there's not a reindeer or on a Starbucks cup during Xmas? Holy shit. They switched out what was in the blender. No shit!
People in the mainstream media can't seem to get the facts straight. We didn't make lemonade with whole lemons. I got some responses from some Looney Tune liberals. They're like, that's not how lemonade is made. You don't throw whole lemons in there. Oh, really? Do you really think on the set we dumped the whole lemon in there and blended it into lemonade? Blended it and did 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 it into lemonade? We dumped, those lemons were so big and they weren't like the soft yet. They weren't ripe enough. That when we
He's even dumber than I
threw them in the blender nearly like blew up and went on fire. So we didn't make the lemonade that way, okay? When we threw them in the blender nearly like blew up and went on fire. Are you that stupid? Blended it in.
Holy shit, this is incredible. Sam Cedar and Bongino? Okay. You little son of a...
This is great. Dan Bongino, what is he doing these days?
Fox News hits, basically.
Oh, does he do Fox? Does he have his own show, or does he not have his own show?
Oh, I don't think he has his own show, no.
No, not anymore? Ever since the NRA stuff? That's too
Yeah,
bad.
all gas,
Nobody
no brakes
wanted to
got
pick
stolen
that up.
out from
That's
under
really,
Andrew.
that's a real
Yeah.
shame.
It sucks.
But here he is. They're bringing on...
Here's your fire. Did you gift?
There was a fencer,
Thank you.
guy who fences.
Thank you, Fuchsia.
Gold medalist, I guess, in the Pan American Games, who took the knee during the playing of the national anthem. Good for him. And apparently this guy, according, I guess he was interviewed later, he knelt to protest racism, gun control, and mistreatment of immigrants and President Trump.
There was another guy, too, named, it looks like Gwen Berry, who was a hammer thrower who raised his fist.
Good.
So, yeah.
All right. Well, here's Dan Bongino, who's really offended by this on Fox and Friends.
Yeah. Griff, I saw that story and I'm really tired of these people, and I think a lot of America is too. We share nothing in common with them. Number one, it's all about their own self-promotion. It's rarely about them engaging in any kind of a positive way to change things for the better.
What? Mr. Ultimate Self-Promoter. Man, it's so cringe, man. The guy didn't need to promote himself. He won the championship in his sport. He was an elite athlete. He won. Doesn't need to promote. He won the thing. He's using the promotion that he made with his athletic ability to send a positive message. He did the part. He did the hard work. Now he earned his spotlight, and he's using it to fight against racism, you pathetic grifter ghoul. Who, like, come on, man.
Kneeling is a sign of...
Pause it for 1 second. We have heard Dan Bongino really, really go out there and praise people for positively trying to change things in this country.
Big Reverend Barber fan.
Right, exactly.
Big Reverend Barber fan, yeah.
I really, I was going to take some time from praising Reverend Barber and, my work in trying to reestablish Acorn, which really represented a lot of underprivileged people.
I mean, like, I know you all have seen this before, but the 1968 Olympic Black Power Salute. You know what's really gross about this, chat? There's another story that people don't know about the Black Power Salute. You see this Australian silver medalist guy? See the guy who got the silver medal? Do you see that badge on their lapel? You see they all have like a button? He supported them by wearing this button, and they basically blackballed this guy out of the sport. They blackballed this guy out of the sport. He wore a badge of the Olympic Project for Human Rights in support of fellow athletes John Carlos and Tommy Smith. Norman was not selected for the 1972 Summer Olympics and retired from the sport soon after. He won a fucking medal, and they didn't take him back. After the salute, has been claimed that Norman's career suffered greatly. He returned home into Australia pariah, suffering unofficial sanction and ridicule as a Black Power Salute's forgotten man. He never ran in the Olympics again. Commentators say he was not selected for the Olympic Games in Munich in 1972 despite recording qualifying times, and was not welcomed even 3 decades later at the 2000 Summer Olympics in Sydney.
To just say, hey, guy, come on. Right.
Kneeling is a sign of disrespect to our flag, which many of the patriotic Americans who watch this network know shuts the argument down right away. So whatever you're trying to argue for, what did Kaepernick say? Social justice, and I believe his this kneeler at the Pan American Games, I believe his thing was he was protesting some systemic racism. Those are all horrible things. We should all be trying to combat these things. But you shut the conversation down immediately when you disrespect our
Pause
flag.
it for 1 second. I hope people understand and appreciate the irony of the fact that that's probably the first time I've ever heard a clip of Fox News where someone said, like, racism is bad. Like, we want social justice, right? Like, guess what, Dan? It
looks like he successfully started a conversation.
Still going. But let's go back a little bit. I don't even think he realizes, like, oh my gosh.
Apparently in 2014, Dan Bongino nearly beat John Delaney for a seat in Maryland. Oh my God.
I'm defeating my own point.
I'm doing what he wants me to do.
Right. Dan Bongino is really a conversation ender. Roll the tape. Let's listen to more Dan Bongino.
This kneeler at the Pan American Games, I believe his thing was he was protesting some systemic racism. Those are all horrible things.
Yeah.
We should all be trying to combat these things. But you shut the conversation down immediately when you disrespect our flag. People have come home in boxes for this, to support this. And it reminds
People didn't come home in boxes for a scrap of cloth, you stupid fuck. And they're not even doing anything to the flag, moron. What people died for was freedom of speech. Who fucking knows, okay? But the point is, these people are registering their disapproval of a racist society. And they're doing it so respectfully. Colin Kaepernick, the reason why he kneeled is he went and talked to veterans. And he said, I want to make a political protest about black racism during the national anthem. What can I do to register my displeasure, but also be respectful? They said kneel. That's where it came from. And then you have these chicken hawks like Dan Bongino, piss lemonade drinker, who say this is a conversation ender.
Reminds me again, one more thing here, that we share almost nothing in common anymore with liberals. This was once a common space sports where Americans could go for a refuge from the back and forth and the friction of politics. And liberals have to destroy, because they're a forest fire, every single thing they touch. And they've now destroyed this too. By the way, the guy was representing the United States. Get up and put your hand over your heart and then give a speech later about how you want to protest racism. That's great. We'll all be with you for that. But you don't do it this way.
Wow.
Mike, I hate to say it. I'm a combat veteran who served in the aughts, and it was all about the flags. When we got to Afghanistan, many of us died because the Taliban had an American flag that we needed to take back to our base to win the war. Did you get the You didn't get the Taliban flag. It looks like the Taliban's going to win the war. It looks like you guys forgot to get the Taliban flag. You guys forgot to get the Taliban flag. So now we lost the Iraq war.
First off,
excuse me, the Afghanistan war and the Iraq war.
I don't know if this is the first time that Fox has ever even acknowledged that systemic racism exists. And Dan Bongino is saying that he's going to be giving speech. Is that right? Is Dan Bongino? How many episodes do you think of his NRA TV covered systemic racism in this country?
I will bet 0.
He's going to start now, right now.
Remember the conversation we had with Tom Skoka about ventriloquism on Friday? This part, I think, rings back to the
Back to our flag, which many of the patriotic Americans who watch this network know, shuts the argument down right away.
Right. Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
And the fact that the flag sends people home in boxes maybe isn't a great argument for it.
Well, that was also weird. I think he was saying that they have the right to go and participate in sports. And that's why guys get sent home in boxes. Which,
what does that mean?
They go and sacrifice themselves for free speech, apparently. And this is how you're using your speech to, like, kneel during the national anthem. It shuts down the conversation.
The fuck is he talking about?
It shuts down the conversation to exercise the rights of free speech. Or I don't know if he's saying, like, did the other teams that were there, did they all have to send home people in boxes, too, to go play? Like, I mean, if it's really Pan-American games, they all need to, like, you don't get into those games unless you've sent a certain number of people into war and they've died.
The truth is, it was just a spasm of, like, sort of patriotism, whatever it means in Dan Bongino's head. So let's just mention, soldiers coming home in boxes.
Right.
And then we win the argument.
That's what
we're the
patriotism
Patriots. Yeah.
Right. You know what they're pissed about? That mentioning people coming home in boxes does not shut down the conversation anymore. That's what they're mad about.
Exactly.
We couldn't blow up the Taliban's
It's still
construction
so
yard.
weird to hear them say, like, lead with that when they're talking about why we should uphold this country.
Right. They're just pissed because it doesn't work, because it doesn't make any sense. Here's an idea. Let's see if we don't send home our men and women in the military, if we don't send them home in boxes, if we still get to go play in the Pan American Games. We could test that premise right there.
Remember when Majority Report was recorded in a studio? Yeah, it used to be really good. Nah, it's still good. It's still good. I miss the old days, though. I miss the old MR. See, when you get alienated from one another, that's what happens. We do politics here every morning starting at 10 a.m. 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific. You can watch us here on Twitch. We're the morning guy. The morning politics guy, Politics Frogs, in every single day, same time, 10 a.m., day in, day out, and we carry you through your morning and early afternoon politics needs. And if you need more, Mike from PA, we have a YouTube channel. We talked about suburbs, the My Pillow guy, Ted Cruz. We talked about DSA. Amazing. Making fun of Tim Pool. Amazing. Look at all of these amazing videos. Get in there, watch them. We have me on Twitter. You got to follow me on Twitter, chat. I'm at 20,614 subs. That means I got like 40 followers on Twitter in the last day. You can do better than that. You can do better than that. Go follow us on Twitter. And of course, join the Discord, where we have an incredible community of left-wing streamers. We have left-wing community. We talk about the stream. We talk about politics. There's gaming content. It's a really awesome, supportive place. Direct action, mutual aid, and you can just let off some steam. And also, you can help produce the show. One of the things I do is I look at the links that are put into the news content suggestions chat room on the Discord. Join the Discord. Come hang out. And maybe what you want me to talk about will be part of the next show.